The sun rises and sets, the seasons change, from spring to summer, and autumn to winter, and will continue as a cycle. Nature and lives live as chains that depend on each other to make perfection and balance to all eyes of beholders. The beauty of nature has been illustrated by melodies and rhythm to the aesthetic of music. The talented composers will be successful upon their well-known pieces. Their names will be recognized or will not. This song, a famous part of the great work of art, shows intelligence of composer under the world's most recognized classical music, called The Four Seasons by Vivaldi.
On March 4, 1678, a son of a professional Italian violinist was born in Venice, named Antonio Lucio Vivaldi. During his childhood, he was sent to a monastery to be a priest. There, he got a chance for schooling, which is unavailable for the poor family. Also, his physical appearance made him known as Il Prete Rosso, or the red-haired priest. With supporting from Giovanni Battista, his father, Vivaldi learned to play music and gained reputation in musical field. Later on, music motivated his life, that he yearned for exploration for new opportunities as a composer. He resigned from being a priest in the church, citing that he has medical problem of asthmatic bronchitis, or tightness of the chest. Vivaldi began his career as a violin teacher at Ospedale della Pieta, a girls' orphanage called the Old Ospedale della Pieta in Venice. This ospedale could refer to homes for daughters of noblemen and their mistresses. He trained those girls to sing, play violin, flute, organ, oboe, cello, bassoon. He also published more sonatas, which later were played by him and his talented students. This is the starting point of his fame all over Europe. Moreover, he composed more concertos and operas. He died in 1741 in Vienna, suffering with difficulties on economical downturn and internal health. Throughout his life, Vivaldi had become the most abundant work producer among all great European composers. With his talented and intelligence in music, he is considered to be the master of the Baroque instrumental concerto.
During his lifetime, he left Venice for 2 years for Mantua in 1717 to take place as chamber kapellmeister by the employment of Prince Philip of Hesse-Darmstadt. His duty was to compose operas, cantatas, and concert music. The court he was reigning in was very different to my flat base in Venice, where he was from. The rooms were enormous and painted with frescoes of wall paintings. It was extraordinary, well decorated by zodiac hall. Nearby, there was mall of roofers. These environments inspired him to compose Le Quattro Stagioni, or the Four Seasons. The Four Seasons was considered to be the best known by contemporary audiences. It is a part of song Il cimento dell'armonia e dell'invenzione opus 8. It was composed in 1723 and published in 1725. The Four Seasons, spring, summer, autumn, and winter, were included in the song. Vivaldi had written sonnets to correspond to the music. This technique was not only to convey the story, but also to create natural feelings with sound effects such as storms.
The song was using the rigid consonant form, and each phrase was divided into 3 movements and kept repeating the same pattern: fast, slow, and fast. This technique represented the intelligence of the writer by showing uniqueness and feelings of different characteristics of each season. The first season, La Primavera, or spring, played in E major. Spring is the season of joyfulness and cheerfulness. The story started with the beauty of nature.
Birds sang happy songs, and wind mildly blew. In a sudden, the storm came and gone, left peaceful spring behind. The goatherd enjoyed springtime with his dog. The nymphs and shepherds were dancing under the roof, celebrating the approaching springtime.
The second season, Let's Start Your Summer. Written in G minor, during this time of year, people feel it as hot, lazy summer. Started by describing the environment of the season.
The hotness of the sun reflected to men in pine trees. However, cuckoo's voice and summer breezes were heard. Then it was lightning and thunder woke the men up. Hailstones fell into the cornfields and scared the men.
The third season, L'Autunno, also known as Danza Pastorale or Autumn. This phrase of the song was composed in F major, giving the senses of energetic, bright, and delightful. Imagine the sound of the church, and scenes of burning wood, and taste of tea and pie.
It was Harvest Festival, filled with joyfulness by dancing and singing. The celebration was done just by the blowing in the air of the pleasant. People were sent to bed asleep without caring a thing. Hunters started to hunt at dawn. Weapons, hounds, were ready for the prey. The animals were weakened. They were tired and wounded. Later, all died.
The last season of fall, the purple of winter, composing with F minor, conveys the dramatics of weather and different perspectives of people during the weather of harsh snow and wind.
It was so freezing and chilling, the teeth were chattering. Although it was raining, inside it was warm and restful. To walk in the path of icy, caution's needed. Sun slipped on the ground, ice cracked, then running for life. Inside, wind blew through door cracks. Coldness could be felt. Harsh and ruthless winter? No, enjoyed. Among all concertos composed by Vivaldi, The Four Seasons was the most popular work, but what makes this song so successful. The gap between instruments and sonnet stars. Sonnets helped listeners understand the instruments more. Metaphorical sounds brought harmonies to the elements of seasons. Therefore, people had more feelings into the song and felt more relaxed. Nowadays, the 4 seasons were remade over 100 recordings and appeared in many kinds of media all over the world, radio, advertisements, and movies. Of this song, people in many times were heard and keep open and open again. This is the great success of the great work of art that will keep continuing its fame forever after. The 4 Seasons by BBA-The.
La